I have no issue with anybody thinking that an album besides GNX should win album of the year or rap album of the year. If you got Clips for album of the year, that's okay. You got Starline for album of the year. I'm not mad at it. It's all your opinion. At the end of the day, it's decided by the people who's deciding it, right? The issue that I have is when people start to discredit Kendrick Lamar because he's winning. Like rewriting the past, rewriting the things that they said before about Kendrick Lamar while he was winning things in the past and changing that today. And that sudden change tells me a couple things. Either the narratives that come from this publications become law to some of these guys, or there might be a coordinated effort to ignite a reverse smear campaign on Kendrick Lamar. Now, what I mean by reverse smear campaign is I'll break that down in the video that I got coming for y'all very soon that I think y'all gonna love, because not only are we gonna break down what they do in the kitchen, but we're gonna break down propaganda in general. So be ready for that video. It's coming this week. Not necessarily sure when, but it's coming. But this is a prime example of what I be talking about. We about to play this clip. And honestly, I'm gonna play the whole clip. I'm gonna react to the whole thing because there are other points that they make that I want to get to. But the main point I want to talk about is what Joe Budden said that was clearly intentional. What the intentions are, we'll break down as we watch the video. I've only seen the Joe Budden part. I haven't seen the rest of this clip. So we are watching this together. Let's get it.
The album is going to get shunned.
Which is unfortunate.
Which is very unfortunate.
What you mean by shunned? It ain't going to get a nomination?
I think it's a better album than GNX. I think it's a better album than...
I think that's wrong. That's just my personal opinion. I think that's wrong. I think GNX is better than Starline. And I think it's clearly better than Starline. I think Starline is dope. And Starline has a bunch of dope stuff in it. Great music. But there are a lot of lows, in my personal opinion, which GNX doesn't really have many lows. I think you can argue that GNX, the title track, is a low. But overall, GNX doesn't really have lows. And it has incredible highs. Like, none of the songs that have come out in the last, I don't know how long, can hang with Reincarnated. That's just my opinion.
Clips album.
But wait, what's Shun though? If it's nominated,
he's saying he don't think it's going to get nominated.
I think from what I'm hearing so far, I think it's a better album than all. Don't get me wrong, all the other things that go into those albums make those albums important. But if you're talking about just music and just
got the album of the year.
All that Chance album
You done
is
said that about 9 albums.
I love Chance.
Yeah, because the new album comes out.
all his people.
Yeah, I love where this is going because I think Starline is getting more and more press. It's getting more love, and I love that for Chance the Rapper. Considering Chance the Rapper, I think Chance the Rapper is one of the dopest out. But I don't think Starline's better than Let God Sort Him Out, and I don't think it's better than GNX. Absolutely not.
Nah, yo.
Well, you change your album of the year quickly. Or we've been blessed enough
we've been blessed
to get
to have
that much great music this
because
year.
GNX was it for me all the way up until Clips
When
came
did
out.
GNX come out, y'all?
Last year.
Like was it November?
It was like
No.
November 2024.
It wasn't that
Maybe
early.
October.
Yes, it was. Because I thought it was closer to Super Bowl time. No.
GNX came out in November, my boy. I think November 22nd. GNX came out November 22nd. It wasn't near the Super Bowl. I mean, that is near the Super Bowl, but yeah.
no.
GNX came out before
No,
the
it was the
year.
previous year. It was in 2024.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but closer to Super
But GNX was my choice until the Clips, and then now with Chance, it's like, I mean, I don't think anything else.
November 22nd.
I think the Clips is going to win it, but I think because they got the narrative and the momentum, but I think Chance should win it.
I think the Clips should win it. I think Kendrick will win it.
I think GNX.
Now this is where it starts to get weird. Okay, it's okay to say I think Clips is gonna win it, but I think Clips should win it, but I think Kendrick is gonna win it. I'm fine with that. Nobody's mad at that. Nobody's mad that you think another album is more deserving than GNX, especially an album like Let God Sort Him Out. I think if any album beats GNX, it should be Let God Sort Him Out. I think that is just blatantly, you see what I'm saying? But this is where it gets fishy.
I don't think
Kendrick's going to win.
Based on impact and how much I actually really listen to it, I probably would put GNX first.
Yo, that
but it's a dogfight. I want
that
to be
Chance
clear.
album, bro, is
Kendrick got to move. Kendrick got to get to the back of the line and share the
Yo,
stage.
we not being
already gave
honest
you
about that album.
9 versions of every award.
That's why I don't think.
Now, this is my thing. What Joe Budden saying this is shocking. Mr. Hip Hop himself. Mr. Hip Hop is a competition. This is shocking. Okay? Because it doesn't align with the things he says outside of this. Mr. Hip Hop is a competition. It's a competitive sport. All the different stuff. It shouldn't matter how many awards Kendrick Lamar gets. If you earned them, you earned them. GNX is clearly extremely critically acclaimed. Cultural impact. Commercial success is just the cherry on top. It's got everything that you possibly need. It's got the reincarnated of the world, which is still hip hop at its core. Remixing Made Niggas by Tupac and taking it to another level with the storytelling and the songwriting to a level we haven't really seen much in mainstream hip hop, especially recently. Reincarnated was like a that was different, bro. At that level, y'all, bro, let me remind y'all, Reincarnated was in the top 10 on Billboard. Do you understand that? Reincarnated, the song about past life regression. The song about using hypnosis to trigger memories from past lives. That song. And the fact that he wrote it all the way back to having a conversation with God.
You gonna get it?
We're not being honest about Kendrick's album, man.
I'm being
So it's
very
Chance.
honest
I
about
never
that.
liked
We
the way
talking
y'all
over
did.
each other. We talking over each other.
So it's Chance.
Can I just say?
Kendrick is and has been Chance. I'm not gonna say.
I ain't hear your statement.
Said
Kendrick's a
Kendrick's
Grammy darling.
He is.
So time out. How did y'all already know? This is what I'm talking about I can't wait to put this video out. How is it that this statement has become normalized within the last year to the point where Joe Budden and his guys are saying it simultaneously? Before Joe Budden even finished the sentence, he knew exactly what he was going to say, and then somebody else agreed. When did we come to the conclusion that Kendrick Lamar was a Grammy darling? This is how propaganda works. And I can't wait to drop that video for y'all and break it down, because you're going to be able to see what all of these guys are doing. It's clear as day to see when you understand how propaganda works, okay? All of a sudden, Grammy darling is becoming every day. They're working to make Grammy darling an everyday concept when you speak on Kendrick Lamar and his rewards. In what world would favoring Kendrick Lamar give the industry, or give in general in comparison to a Drake or to a whatever? In what world? Based on everything that we choose to believe as the culture, right? Including Joe Budden and everybody sitting there. The way people talk about the black representation, all the different stuff. In your mind, in your world, why would Kendrick be a Grammy darling? I'm just wondering. Somebody got to explain this to me. Why Kendrick out of everybody? Why not Drake? The industry plant. Kendrick has beaten him multiple. Bro, when are y'all going to accept it's the art? It's the art being created. The art cannot be denied.
But he earns it, though. It ain't like he's just whatever.
What you about to say about his album?
I don't think it aged as well as people would like to think it did. Don't get me wrong. I
that
like
album.
it. I like
I still
it.
listen to that album.
It's my least favorite of his albums.
It's my second
But
favorite.
GNX in my top. Look, GNX in my top two. Top two. Nigga. Yeah.
You like Mr. Morale better?
Top two Kendrick albums. Yeah. Maybe top three. But, nigga.
I do.
You like To Pimp a... No, man.
To Pimp a Butterfly is my favorite album of his.
I got it.
So
I'll leave it alone.
But don't get me wrong, it's still a dope album, and I'm not trying to step on it in that way. But as far as we talking about just how it grew on me, I'm not really running back to listening to it. I hear me listening to this Chance album and this Clips album way more than I'll ever go back to this GNX.
I'm gonna listen to Chance.
Well, I'll say this. Chance album came out in August? September? That's 2 months ago. Of course you're going back to listen to the album. Clips came out in July. Of course you're going to go back to listen to the album. GNX came out a year ago, bro. Like, that's the one thing y'all not talking about. Y'all talking about replay value and all this shit. Bro, the album been out for a year long. Let's see. And I'm not saying you won't be. But I wonder if can almost guarantee that they'll have an opinion about another album lasting long or being having more staying power than Starline in October of next year, because it's been a year. But GNX is still cooking. Y'all having this conversation about GNX and it dropped in November. What does that tell you?
I'm
still dissecting.
Yes.
Chance's
The only
album.
thing I don't like about the Chance album a little bit, and this is why I think I've been listening to it so much. And know what's crazy? When he sat here, he told us some of the metaphors that he was using. I wouldn't have caught him. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I wouldn't have caught him. The only thing I don't like about the Chance album is it's a little mumbly. It's not as clear.
Really?
Yeah, bro. He not.
I never agree with this guy, but like I rarely ever agree with bro. But he's not lying. I think that's the difference between Starline, GNX, and Let God Sort Him Out. Contrary to people, to what I've heard, I think Let God Sort Him Out is pretty damn cohesive. I think outside of All Things Considered, I hate that song, but that album is very cohesive. It's got a specific feel, a specific vibe, a specific energy. The live performance is the best thing I've ever experienced, like as far as live performances go. And I've been to many concerts. Let God Sort Him Out is special, okay? GNX is also very cohesive. It's very cohesive with the structure, and it's very intentional. You can tell there's a game plan behind what Kendrick is doing. It didn't feel like that sonically for Starline. I think metaphorically when he was getting, but sonically it didn't feel as cohesive as those other two albums.
He rolled into.
All amazing albums, by the way.
So I gotta.
Oh, I think that's. I hear what you're saying, but
bro, he's killing that album.
That album is great.
That fucking album is amazing.
That album is amazing.
No,
He's
More
killing
Men
that
to me
shit.
is my favorite song of the year.
Yeah, that's
That's
an
smoking
amazing
that
song
album,
right
B.
there.
I'm not gonna hold
Birds
you.
Don't Sing is the song of the year for me. Hip hop song of the year.
So if an album
that'd
has
be my number two.
the hip hop
That's my
song of the year
I'm with you on
and
that.
Malice is still my rapper of the year,
For sure.
it would just mean something differently if the Clips won it versus
And I feel
Kendrick
like-
won it.
And the song I
agree.
voted for, I actually voted for.
Of course it would mean something differently. That's why some of us want Let God Sort Him Out to win Rap Album of the Year and then Kendrick to win Album of the Year. But it's competition. Of course we want both albums. We want Clips to get their love. We want Chance to get his love. But it's hip-hop. It's competition. It's not a participation award. I thought we just got finished talking about this. And I'm not saying that Chance the Rapper's quality album is participation worthy or Clips album is participation worthy. My problem is your justification for why GNX should lose is because he's winning too much. That's not competition. That's participation awards. This is hip hop. Whoever deserves it should win it. I don't care how many times you win it. Whoever deserves it should win it. Stop this conversation about, oh, well, Kendrick has won enough. Let's give it to somebody else. I guarantee you, Chance and put in all. They don't want to win it like that, nigga. They don't want it like that. They want you to give them the award because you think they're worthy of the award, not because Kendrick winning too much. What kind of shit is that? That's disrespectful to the art. That's disrespectful to the time that Chance put into this album. That's disrespectful to the time that Clips put into their album. Say they should win the album because they should win it, not because Kendrick has won too much.
Chance for letters for rap song of the year, or maybe rap performance of the year. I forget which one, but that was the one for me.
I do want to. I will say this for legacy's sake and for just the spirit of hip hop. I would love to see the Clips go up there.
Me
too. I want Clips to win.
I would love that. That
I feel
to me would be
I feel like
amazing.
Pusha is owed that.
I don't feel like he owed that.
I
I would love to see
I get what
them
you're
niggas
saying.
win.
Nobody's owed anything, you go get it. That's what the Clips is doing. They putting in the work because they want to compete. Them dropping Let God Sort Them Out in competition with GNX. They want to compete. Okay? That's what this is about. Let them compete.
Would love to see. I think it would bode well for hip hop.
Wasn't it just last year that they gave Kendrick all them Grammys?
Yes. Last Grammys that just passed.
Yeah, I don't want to see that again.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Joe Budden, why don't you want Kendrick to win again? Why? What is the point in saying you don't want? What is the point? You just tired of seeing him get the wins? He not doing maliciously. He not doing it. With integrity. Kendrick Lamar is winning. So what's the problem? I could get people feeling a certain way about other artists winning because they have the you already know. You already know how it go. Motherfuckers was manufactured and created. But Kendrick Lamar, the person that's representing hip hop at that level, that's been representing hip hop since they came in the game, has been the most hip hop for real. Control verse, knew how to, was like, what's the problem with that guy winning? It was deservingly so. Bro, I can't wait to drop this video, bro.
Yeah. He cleaned up. And I didn't think
without album. I don't want to see it again. I don't. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
I'd be proud and happy.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But it's going to mean something different to see them two brothers.
I think the industry also.
Okay, he said he would be happy and be proud of it. But it's like, come on now. I don't want to see that happen. That also, it feels contradictory. You feel what I'm saying? I respect Clips, love Clips. Best concert I've ever been to in my life. But GNX winning would be deservingly so. And I think GNX should win. If Clips win, I'm still happy. But I think it's between them two. I got much love for Starline. I ain't gonna lie. In my personal opinion, it's either Let God Sort Them Out or GNX. Anything else would be a shock to me. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like those two albums sonically, all of that are much greater than the other albums. I think it's GNX, Let God Sort Them Out, and then everybody else. That's how I feel. And I'm talking about the quality of the albums. Okay? I love Starline, but do not let recency bias make you forget what GNX and like, even the impact of what they brought. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. GNX should win it simply off of everything. Like, we'll get into that different conversation.
Them two hood hip hop standing in this is what we've been doing for the last 2 decades. We didn't deviate. We didn't do nothing different. We didn't play the games that the industry plays. We didn't do none of that shit. We put out a project that we genuinely and sincerely, this is what we do. And for them to win that grant, I would be proud.
We brought this shit to the Vatican.
That would be fire.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. No, that was fire.
Yes.
That was fire.
See, I think shit like that, like all that other shit like that, we took the shit to the Vatican. That's going to resonate.
And I'm saying the narrative. That's what I'm saying. They have the narrative. They have the momentum.
They got everything.
I just don't think they
and
made
the music
album
to back it up.
And I'm saying is, it could probably be a little too quick take and just me living in the moment. I would love to see Mobb Deep get nominated. I think that
they're not eligible.
Yeah, they're not.
That'll be next following year.
Next year. Well,
it's September to September.
When we talk about hip hop albums,
album.
that album is amazing to me.
It is.
Fire.
That's why I hate October releases, because by the time, unless you're Kendrick, by the time the next Grammy's up, people forgot this many year of music. And people think, didn't you already win that one? Like a lot of people are like, think.
Unless you're Kendrick. But why do you think that is? Because the album is fucking awesome, nigga. Like, it's great. That's all it comes down to. That album is amazing. That's why people still talking about it.
Kendrick already win?
Yeah.
Yeah, so those people off.
Like, bro, there's been a Super Bowl, a worldwide stadium tour. Like, bro, what?
Yeah, I would be super duper proud.
But I like that. I like that
won.
Birds
sing,
winning
bro.
for a rap song.
Yeah.
I like that.
Or performance.
Or rap perform.
Either one.
That performance.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Well, I think performance for me lends more to like Letters or something that was a little bit more dexterous vocally.
Hold up.
Like performance to me implies like you did some extraordinary
Performing on the song.
performing of the.
So yeah, overall, after watching it, overall, the Grammy darling stuff feels very adding fuel, pouring gasoline on certain narratives. I think Joe Budden knows exactly what he's doing. And instead of really, you know what I'm saying? That's why I can't wait to drop the video I'm about to drop. Because we going to break down exactly what these media platforms are doing in the most concrete, visual way possible. I'm not going to get on here and give y'all assumptions about, no. We're going to talk about how propaganda works and how they're using it to spin and create narratives around the people at TDE. You see what I'm saying? And that's just the reality. So, like, comment, subscribe, but overall, Kendrick Lamar is not a Grammy darling. Let's cut that out. Kendrick Lamar is an incredible artist who is putting up, who is dominating in a way that y'all didn't expect him to dominate. And instead of just accepting it, y'all would rather come up with all types of narratives as to why it's happening. Just let it go. A little nigga from Compton, from the streets, touched the hearts of millions of people worldwide, defeated the industry plant worldwide, and then gave new way for new art, and etc. worldwide. And I think it's hard for people to accept this level of greatness right now. I think that's what it is. It's hard for people to accept this level of greatness, and that's what it is. I think regardless, this hate campaign, the smear campaign is going to get worse, and I can't wait to put this video out. Y'all stay tuned. I might make it the next. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in and work and get that really locked in before more stuff start coming out. You see what I'm saying? Because I've been talking about getting this video out there. We're going to get it out there. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're newer, especially if you've been here. I'm going to catch y'all, man.